Imagine looking up tonight and seeing a gigantic, glowing ring stretching across the entire sky. Not a dream. Not a spaceship. Earth's very own rings. The view would be so incredible that people might stop what they're doing just to stare. But those beautiful rings could change life on Earth forever. Some places would become darker, others brighter. Entire climates could begin to shift, and nights would never look the same again. The rings might even become brighter than the moon. So where would these rings come from? Far above Earth, a moon-sized object drifts silently through space. At first, nobody notices the danger, but telescopes detect something unusual. The object is heading toward Earth. As it gets closer, Earth's gravity pulls on it. Cracks spread across its surface. The closer it gets, the more violently it falls apart. Instead of crashing into Earth, the fragments begin circling the planet. Within months, the debris forms a complete ring around Earth. Humans wake up to a completely different sky. From some places, the rings look like a glowing bridge across the heavens. Near the equator, the view is spectacular. Near the poles, it looks completely different. Tourists travel across the planet for the best views. Artists become obsessed. For a while, the rings seem like the greatest thing that ever happened to Earth. But scientists soon notice something troubling. The rings are blocking sunlight. Some regions begin receiving less sunlight. Areas beneath the ring's shadows cool down. Regions outside the shadows stay warm. Weather patterns start changing. Storm systems form in unusual places. Some farming regions experience shorter growing seasons. Others become surprisingly productive. Humanity adapts to its strange new planet. But the biggest surprise isn't happening on Earth at all. Far above the planet, the rings never stop moving. Every particle races around Earth at incredible speeds. Most avoid each other. But collisions happen. Each collision creates thousands of smaller fragments. Some begin falling toward Earth. At first, people think they're witnessing the most beautiful meteor shower ever. For weeks, brilliant streaks of light fill the sky. Then scientists realize the showers are becoming more frequent. The rings aren't just changing Earth's sky anymore, they're slowly raining down on the planet. The first serious problem appears in orbit. Thousands of satellites now share space with billions of ring particles. Even a tiny fragment can be dangerous at orbital speeds. One impact is all it takes. Soon, satellites begin suffering damage. Communication networks experience interruptions. New spacecraft must avoid dangerous ring zones. For the first time, Earth's rings become an obstacle to space travel. But hidden deep inside the rings, scientists discover something even more surprising. The mysterious object isn't a spacecraft, asteroid, or hidden planet. It's something far more extraordinary. Gravity is pulling ring material into giant clumps. Over time, these clumps become moonlets. Humanity is witnessing the birth of new worlds. Some moonlets are only a few meters across. Others grow large enough to rival mountains. Every day, they collect more material from the rings. Scientists realize Earth's rings won't stay the same forever. The rings are slowly transforming into something completely different. One moonlet begins growing faster than all the others. At first, scientists think it's nothing unusual. But year after year, it keeps getting larger. Soon, it becomes one of the brightest objects in Earth's sky. People around the world begin noticing something strange. Ocean tides start behaving differently. The newborn moon is already pulling on Earth's oceans. The larger it grows, the stronger that pull becomes. Then Professor Nova discovers something alarming. If the moon keeps growing, Earth's orbit could become unstable. At first, nobody wants to believe the warning. But gravity doesn't care what humans believe. Every day, the newborn moon becomes heavier. Soon, tiny changes appear in its orbit. Those changes become impossible to ignore. The original moon and the new moon begin influencing each other. The sky is becoming unpredictable. Then the two moons make their closest approach yet. For a few terrifying hours, scientists fear the worst. Fortunately, the moons barely miss each other. But their gravity still shakes the entire system. Ring particles begin changing course. Some regions become denser than ever before. Others break apart completely. Soon, Earth experiences the brightest meteor storms in history. Night after night, the heavens seem alive. Then scientists discover a surprising truth. For generations, People thought Earth's rings would last forever. But the latest measurements reveal a different story. The rings are slowly disappearing. Every day, countless particles leave the rings forever. Humanity realizes the rings have an expiration date. News spreads across the planet. Millions travel to see the rings while they still can. Scientists and artists rush to document every detail. Some even hold festivals celebrating the rings. Everyone knows they may never see this side again. As the rings continue fading, Earth begins changing once again. The shadows they cast begin disappearing. Regions that were once cooler begin warming up. Weather patterns start shifting across the planet. Humanity must adapt for a second time. But something remarkable happens as the rings grow thinner. The stars begin returning. For years, the bright rings had hidden much of the universe. Now, Earth is seeing the cosmos clearly once more. By now, the rings are only a fraction of their former glory. But the two moons remain. What began as a cloud of debris has become a permanent part of Earth. Every night, people look up and see a sky unlike any in human history. The tides, the seasons, and even the night itself have changed. Future generations grow up thinking two moons are completely normal. Many forget that Earth once looked very different. Except for the scientists who witnessed it all. They remember the day Earth's sky changed forever. So, would Earth actually be better with rings like Saturn? The rings would create the most spectacular sky humanity has ever seen. But beauty comes with consequences. The rings would reshape weather, sunlight, and life itself. Space travel would become far more complicated. And over time, the rings themselves would begin to disappear. Yet their story wouldn't truly end. Because the rings would leave behind something extraordinary. A completely new chapter in Earth's history. A world future generations would consider normal. Even though it began with a cosmic accident. One event transformed the sky forever. Because sometimes the greatest changes. Object drifting through space. And that's how Earth could gain rings.